Hello, Marianne and Marie. Thank you for coming in. Going real good, Marianne. Going real good. I went to Walmart today. They got these square marshmallows. They've got them for making s'mores. Oh my heavens. Hello, Drone Nut. Okay. Well, thank you for stopping by. Bam. These are delicious. And they're easy on my summer teeth. Hello, Jenny O'Brien. Eating marshmallow. $888 for Jenny. We didn't have any marshmallows like that when we was a kid. Oh my God. I got to stay out of Walmart. I start pushing my cart down through there. And before I get to the other end, there's all kinds of stuff in there. I think somebody throws it in there other than me. Can't just be me. You can't resist it. And all I went for was to get a loaf of bread. But it was on that same aisle. If I had not went down that bread aisle, I'd have been okay. And I got me a couple of movies. Where's everybody from? Are you out of danger from the hurricane? I live in Illinois, so I'm a long ways off from the hurricane. We got a lot of rain over the weekend. Oh my heavens. Hello, Tiger. Hello, Grandpa. Maryland. Well, you're up there. Oh my. Well, Canada, you should be okay. Hopefully you won't get a hurricane up in Canada. Okay. Ocean's 8. I don't know. That looks backwards to me. Ocean's 8's one. It's they steal jewelry or something, and Watchers of the Woods. That's supposed to be a spooky one. I got these. I got these two movies. Of course, I have to return them tomorrow. I got these two movies for $3 to get all together. Every once in a while, I get a free one, or I'll get a buy one and get one free, or rent one. Hello, Iron Dog. Would you like to come up, Iron Dog? I keep missing you. I get up too late. And this morning, oh my gosh, I went in there, put my coffee and everything, got the water turned, put the water in there, turned it on, pushed it back because I got pulled out to get the coffee filter and stuff out. Boom. All the electricity went off. I thought, oh my God, now what's wrong? Okay, Iron Dog, I just want you to know you have an open invitation. But anyhow, so about that time, Kate had to go out. So I went out, and half the neighborhood was outside. They said, well, the school don't even have electricity. Oh, okay. Well, did anybody call CIPS because they got these smartphones and stuff? I called and reported it, but they're not even answering the phone. Okay. It's on their end, so not a problem. So we was out of electricity. Oh, probably an hour this morning. So Iron Dog, if you'd have been on, I wouldn't have been able to watch you anyhow. But I got these battery backups, so the computer was still running after the electric went off. It just gives you about 6 minutes so you can shut it down right, and it protects it in case the electricity goes off and boom, it comes right back on and get that surge. So anyhow, I shut that down, and then they eventually come back on. I went to get us some hoagies, and that was the talk of the town. Oh, electricity's clear off down south of town. Everybody, oh, hell, it was worse for us. But if I'd have made my coffee, I would have been okay. 4 a.m. Our dog, you're going to have to leave them girls alone. Either that or you're going to have to fix Kathy where you can catch her so you don't have to chase her around the house so far. Well, I know, but I didn't have all of that ready to go. My sister said she had leftover coffee and went to put it in the microwave. I said, dummy, you don't have a electric. So, anyway, couldn't go buy any because nobody in town had electric to make any. So I left it turned on. And then that way, when the electric come on, it made coffee. So I got me a cup of coffee a little after 9. Oh my, Arnold. That's probably that. Is it the neuropathy in your feet? I've got neuropathy in my feet so bad they're numb and they they hurt and they're cold. I wear socks all the time. Not in the hot tub, but that's the only time. I take my socks off before I get in the hot tub, but I wear socks in bed and everything else. Oh my heavens. Keyed your car both sides and the rear door. Oh, I wouldn't want to be them and get caught. Oh my. Now, why would they do that? I mean, what did your what did your car do to them? Or do you think they knew you? Okay, well, good. I have no idea. No, you wouldn't. I talked to my sister today. She's got um, a lab dog, and it's got a growth right here behind its back leg, or no, its front leg. There she is, and not good, is it, Ann? Well, our dog, I voted for Hillary, but I would never do it to you. Well, everybody makes mistakes. I'll forgive you for it, dog. Yeah. No, I wouldn't do anything to nobody. That stuff come back home on you. You don't want to play that game. Oh, and look what I got at the store. These are, oh, they go to the floor. These are marshmallows. I am hashtag I am somebody. Anyhow, well, she had one, Ann. I'll tell you how good it is. Tatter Blevins. Howdy. Let me see if I'm sub to you. Yes, I am. Tater. I hope I got that right. Oh, that thing is a buffering. There. That might have helped it. Okay, is it better now? I looked at the YouTube page and it was way off, sitting there buffering. I don't know why it does that. It gets behind time. Uh, let's see if we can help out. Take her. Let's see here. Yeah, I messed up. Let me do that again. Well, I didn't know they had such a marshmallow like that back in the older days. These are these are so you can make s'mores with them. Big big old square ones. Okay. Now let's see if I can do this right. Hello, John. There's a link for Tater Bivens, just like the potato. Okay, Tater. All right. Hello, John, B&J. Uh, B&J, you've been up before. I don't know if I got you on a friends list. Um, we'll work with it. John, you want to come up? B&J? Let me see if B&J's on my friends list. Yep. Okay. 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 Uh, let me get my, I will come up. All right. Let me get the link copied here. And I'll send B&J and John a link Okay, there's B&J. I'm not very fast, but I'm steady. Okay. There's B&J. All right. You both got a link. We're doing good. Tater, where you located? Are you close to the storm? Aaron Willis, how are you? Okay. B&J Hunting and John John. Check your YouTube Messenger. There comes B&J. Okay. John John knows how to do it. Well, good afternoon, B&J Hunting and John John. Uh-oh.
How are you, Kim?
Great, B&J.
That's good. Sorry about that. I forgot to turn the volume off on YouTube.
I understand.
So how you been keeping?
Good, good. Oh, I went down that road, the 129 Dragon. Oh my God, that's cranky, weaving. Oh my heavens! And then motorcycles was coming up behind me, and they were mad at me because I couldn't run no 80 mile an hour.
Mm-hmm. Not everybody can.
Have you been down that road, B&J?
No, I haven't, but I've heard a lot about it, eh?
Oh my heavens!
I hear it's a pretty treacherous road to drive around.
Well, it's just a hard left and then a hard right.
Oh, okay.
It just hard left, hard right.
Mm.
And after a while, you just got to pull off and let a string of cars go.
Ah.
Because I had the wife's Oldsmobile Bravada, which is a fairly good sized car, okay?
Oh yeah.
And you just can't crank in the curves.
Yeah, so somebody that didn't know about them curves, that could be pretty dangerous if they're doing a speed they shouldn't be around them, you know?
Well, let's see, where did we go? We went down to, I think it was North Carolina.
Okay.
It's on the south side of Smoky Mountains.
Right.
And we went down there and took that train ride.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that was worth the trip, but we sure didn't go that route.
I'll bet.
We came back, when coming back, we went back through Gatlinburg, coming back.
I'll bet that was a nice trip back, eh?
Oh, yeah, I love Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge.
Yeah, I'd like to go visit them places, but I don't know whether I will in this life, but maybe next one.
Well, aren't you down there south?
Yeah, Canada. We're in
no, you're north.
Canada. We're north, yeah.
Okay. Well, that would be a long trip for you.
Yeah. I'd do it, though, if I could afford to, you know.
Right.
The money to do it, eh?
Right. Okay. Tater said he's in the foothills of Great Smoky Mountains.
Oh, wow. That'd be nice, eh?
Oh, yeah. That's beautiful down there.
Oh, yeah. Wake up and see them every morning out your window. Wow, that'd be awesome. All the mountains.
When we go down there, just me and my wife, we usually try to stay somewhere in Pigeon Forge.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you could go get a cabin and all that. but there's too much to do to stay in your room all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, when you travel anyway like that and visit places, you don't really want to be stuck in your room, you know. It's bad enough when you're stuck in there if there's a storm or something and you can't go out, you know. But to have to be stuck in there, that's, yeah, I wouldn't like that. Yeah, go out and explore, right?
Right? Now, if you ever do get down there, and Tater will know what I'm talking about, make sure you go to Cade's Cove.
Kate's Cove?
Cade's Cove.
I'll write that down.
It's a 11-mile loop. It's a one-way loop, and it's 11 miles, and
Wow.
it's basically a flat. I guess that's why they call it the cove. But we've seen deer and bears and stuff down in there.
Nice picture stuff, eh? And video.
Yes, I took some videos down there. I don't have it where I can show you, but I have a video up of a bear up in the tree,
Oh, yeah.
and people standing right underneath the tree.
Yeah, that's crazy. Doesn't take much for that bear to come down. A couple seconds, he's on the ground, you know.
Well, all I would have to do is outrun you.
That's right. As long as you can run out the guy with you, you're fine. Yep, that's what I've always said too. How are we all going to outrun the bears? I don't care. As long as I can outrun you guys, that's all I care.
That's
Yeah.
right, Tater. It's a step back in time.
That's right.
And then there's another road that is really neat called Orchards Lane or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
When you come into, now Tater will know where I'm talking about. When you come in, when you're headed south and you're coming into Gatlinburg, you get to the aquarium.
Okay.
You make a left and you follow that road, and it will curve to its right, and you'll come up to a point where you have to turn left or right.
Okay.
When you turn left, and when you turn left, you kind of stay to the right. And I don't know how many miles it is. It's safe, but you've got a wall here that's real steep and a
Right.
drop off on the right hand side. But man, it's beautiful. You can look over.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen actually roads like that on the internet, different videos, and they're nice.
Yeah.
But some of them look pretty dangerous to drive on, eh? You wouldn't want to be going too fast, that's for sure.
Well, and see, it's a one-way road.
Oh, okay.
So you shouldn't meet anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing of it is, slow down.
That's right. You don't want to be doing 90 around corners that you're not sure of, right?
That's
Or any
right.
road you're sure of, for that matter. It's like anything else in life, eh? It's common sense or you get hurt or killed, right?
Right. Hello, real police. Welcome to our live stream.
That's what I'm missing with the chat here. I gotta pop my chat up. Back here, Tim. There we go. Now I can see everybody in the chat.
There you go. Cool.
I forgot to pop my chat out.
But yeah, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful area down in there. And doing it cheap, Pawpaw Bob, he doesn't live too far from there.
No? That'd be a nice area to live in. It really would. Tater says he's not bear bait himself. I respect that. They're critters. Laugh out loud. I believe it, Tater. Yeah, so my dad's not doing too bad, Ken. He's in the hospital.
Oh?
Yeah, I got I got to talk to the doctor today, and I had to make the hardest decision I thought I'd ever have to make in my life, Kim. Dad right now is full of blood clots, eh? Even when he goes pee, he's peeing out blood clots. And the doctor told me, he says, well, we got to use warfarin on him, which is a blood thinner, right? And we got to overdose him with it to get rid of the blood clots. But the thing I found out with warfarin is they don't really dissolve the blood clot, but they break them off, right?
Oh my, I know what you're saying.
If there's a blood clot that doesn't get small enough before it hits his heart, he's gone, right? So anyway, I had to make the decision of giving him that or letting him suffer the way he is, eh? And so I said to the doctor, I says, what kind of chance does he have? And he's got like a 50-50 chance of surviving or dying, eh? So, but he's in a lot of pain right now. So, and he's been saying for the last 2 weeks, I guess now, that he's got too much wrong with him. He just wants to go see Mom, eh? I've been hearing that for a while, so you know. See him on site and see how he's doing, you know. Hey, John, how are you?
Good.
Good to see you, bro.
Hello, John.
Thank you, real please. The hardest thing about it, Kim, is I have 3 other sisters that are still alive. My brother, but my 3 other sisters, one of them talks to Dad on the phone because she's up in Huntsville, right? My other 2 are just down in Woodstock, an hour away, and they haven't talked to my dad in probably 4 years. And now I tell everybody what Dad's going through, and none of them believe me. Eh? They think I'm lying. So I'm going to take a video of Dad tonight, and I'm going to send it to him, eh? And say, there you go, there's Dad now. So you guys better get up and see him if you want to see him at all before he passes away. Right?
How old is he?
He just turned 85. But he's been living with one lung, eh, Kim, for the last 25 years. Lost his left lung to cancer, so. But a left lung out from cancer, a half-inch taken off his heart that was cancer, and 4 lymph nodes taken out that were all cancer filled. Well, living as long as he did like that with one lung and all them problems, all pretty good. But still hard when it comes to that time, eh?
Well, I don't know, BJ. I don't think that you did the wrong decision.
I don't think I did either. I'm just, you know, being the youngest of the family, I'm just hoping I can, you know what I mean?
Well, if they don't like what you're doing, they need to get up here and do it.
That's right. That's the way I look at it too, eh, Kim?
That's right.
Sister says,
Well,
she says,
didn't do it on your own. You took the advice of your doctor or his doctor.
That's right.
Hello, Alabama.
Alabama, how are you? Good to see you. He's got an awesome channel, eh, Kim?
Do what?
He's got an awesome channel, Alabama Butcher. Or Bushcrafter, I mean. Sorry
Yes.
about that, man. Yeah, he's got an awesome channel.
Yes, he does. Now, I got to do a different deal with him.
You got your coffee, Kim?
I've had coffee this morning.
Mm.
Our electric went out this morning. I didn't get coffee until like 9:30.
Oh, I couldn't live with that. I need my coffee as soon as I wake up.
Well, I understand.
Yeah, well, you know, hydro's out. There's not much you can do, eh?
Wasn't much I could do about it.
Yeah, that's why I keep perk and instant in the house, eh?
Well, how would I have heated it up?
I just use hot tap water. I let it run until
I could do that. Yeah, I could have done that.
that's what I can't go without my coffee in the morning, eh, Kim? Not even for I'm a coffeeholic, I really am.
I understand. Now, let's see. I got to find your email address. Here we go. Here we go.
Don't get drunk on us, Kim.
No, I'm not. Always gotta have a cold one on 9/11.
That's right, man.
9/11. Okay, Alabama, I sent you a link. If you'd like to, you're more than welcome to come up.
I was watching the thing this morning. The reading off the 30,000 names from the attacks 17 years ago.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was awful, eh?
Me and my mom were trying to find a history trying to find a history channel that will play all the 9/11 that's gonna be playing tonight.
Okay, Alabama, just try to control yourself. I don't know who you're having a problem with. It's up to you.
If it's one of us, we can talk it out. For sure. I don't think I've done anything to him or anybody else.
I haven't done anything either.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I have. And he's been John.
Yeah. I've watched your guys' panel for quite a bit. He's up quite a bit, actually.
Shelley, 1965.
Sheila. I think yeah, Sheila.
Yeah, Sheila.
1965.
Okay.
Sorry, Kim, I was just correcting it there.
There's Alabama.
How's it going, Alabama? How are you?
Hey, I like
Hey,
that.
everybody.
That's a good sized finger, man.
Hey,
Got a
have
wedding ring on that thing or what?
Hey, Alabama, have you got two of them?
No doubt, eh?
Have you got two of them?
Yeah, I'm talking on the, what you call it?
Well, what I was trying to do was put one of them in your finger or in your mouth, and one down there, and rotate them.
Okay, hold on. My wife just walked in. Hold on, my wife just walked in and she ain't dressed.
Don't get my channel. It wouldn't offend me, but
Alabama.
Doing the house chores.
okay. Sheila, 1965, you want to know where Kate's Cove is? It's in Tennessee by the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah, I've been in the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee.
You what now?
I've been through those mountains before.
Beautiful.
We went to vacation to New York. We got lost in the backwoods of Tennessee, and telling you, it was not fun.
Oh, God, it wasn't. A lot of scary forest up around that way, John.
We had a GPS, TomTom GPS. You know, the TomTom GPS. We had that. at the time.
And that didn't help you with not getting lost, huh? Wow.
All right, here I am.
Oh my God.
His workshop.
It's him.
That's where you usually live stream, right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself today. I'm gonna behave.
Okay. Hey, look what I got from Alabama.
What is that?
Marshmallow.
Oh,
It's
To me,
one
that looks like a
where
bar
do
of
you
soap.
where do you
Where?
insert that?
right there.
Oh, okay.
Kim thinking dirty.
Let me go get my okra. I'll be right back.
Oh crap.
There's my little dog. That's what I named my little dog after.
Ooh.
What'd you name him after, Kim?
Do I?
What did you name him after?
Cage Cove.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. Different, eh? Oh, is he ever cute? Hi, little guy. I
He'll
love
like
dogs.
you pick him up, but
Yeah. Most of them don't, though, eh? Most small dogs hate it. Unless they jump up, then they don't want to be in your lap, eh? He's cute, though, Kim.
anyhow, his name is Cade.
Hi,
After
Cade.
Cage Cove, I had two Pekingese. The oldest one, I had put him down about 4 years ago, but we named him Smokey
Oh, nice.
after Smoky Mountains.
Yeah,
Like Smokey and a Bandit.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. That was a good show, too, eh, John?
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen the movie.
Oh, yeah, the movie was good, too. I used to watch the half-hour show every day after school, eh, John? Run home from school just to watch it. That and Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, we just lost Burt Reynolds. He was 88.
Oh, wow. Lived a long, healthy life then, eh?
Yeah.
I liked him.
I don't know if he suffered at the end or not. They didn't really say much about it.
Yeah. That's too bad, though. He was a good actor.
Well, yeah, but 88, you know.
Mm-hmm. I liked him in Smokey and the Bandit. He was good in that. That was a good movie. Right turn, Clyde. That gorilla knocked that cop out. That was cute.
Was he in that?
I'm pretty sure he was in that. I could be wrong, though. I've seen a lot of his movies.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't really remember myself.
That was Clint Eastwood.
Oh, Kim, Burt Reynolds was 82.
Yes.
Oh,
Right.
I heard 88.
No, he was 82.
Okay.
Still not really very old, you know. Like my girlfriend's grandma in Quebec right now, she's turning 103 her next birthday. Still coherent and everything, eh? I thought it was quite the thing.
What do you
Here you go.
He was born in 36.
Fried okra.
I thought maybe he found something out in the yard.
With a whole bowl of fried okra.
All right.
I was thinking about making deep fried candy egg rolls.
Oh yeah, they
I
do
just
good.
went and I just went and cut the okra, and my wife fried it.
Good deal.
Is that hard to grow okra?
No, Forrest Gump could grow okra.
Cool. I'll have to try it next year 'cause I like it. But it's expensive in stores sometimes, though, eh?
I just came from Walmart. Of course, I showed you the marshmallows, but I got a huge bundle of radishes for like 98 cents.
Oh, I love radishes.
They take a big bundle of them about like that, put a rubber band around it.
Yeah.
I haven't messed with them yet, but I'll just clean them right off of there. Cut the greens off and the bottom off, wash it, throw it in a bowl. And then when we have lunch, supper, whatever, I set them on the table and eat one or two as we're eating.
Ronnie, how do you say the other part? Ronnie.
Yeah, I need to check that channel out.
What I like to do with radishes is cut the greens off of them and then like cut them in half. And when I cook my Italian sausage in the skillet, I'll put a bunch of them in the skillet with my Italian sausage and put a lid over it and cook them like that with my sausage.
Huh. Okay.
Barnyard chicken.
Hey, Roni,
And then I mix up some. I also put some cilantro in there.
you put what in there at the end?
Cilantro.
What is
Well, I
that?
don't just about anything.
What is cilantro?
Cilantro. It's like a cilantro. It's like an Italian herb. It's kind of strong. Like I want to say kind of like a jalapeno or something, or a mild jalapeno, but it's a green leafy herb.
Okay.
Cilantro. C is either C-I or C-Y-L-A-N-T-R-O. Cilantro.
Have you heard of it, Pam? She said she's heard of it. My wife, Pam, said she heard of it. The Barnyard Chicken. Hello. Good evening.
Told
Or
you, barnyard
afternoon
chicken.
or whatever you want to call it.
Barnyard chicken in the house.
Uh,
Who let the chicken
Alabama,
out?
are you going to get another storm coming up from Texas?
Huh?
Are you going to get another storm coming up from Texas?
Nah.
It's down in there, down by Houston.
I doubt it'll get this far.
Well, we got a lot of rain here. We got, of course, everybody says different. 7 or 8 inches.
Yeah.
Here, have some
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
Oreo
Gonna hit
cookies.
land for a couple days.
Check out. They're Rocky Road chocolate. Well, Barnyard Chicken, we just had about, I think, 2.5 days, but man, did it pour. My rain gauge will hold 5 inches of rain, and it was level full. So I don't know exactly how many inches I got.
Well, you got at least 5.
I know. Looked like a little lake out there by the garage.
I'll bet it did here too. We had about 2 days here. Lost some of my garden with the last big rainstorm we had. And a couple other things.
When it dries up, I'm gonna have to mow again now.
Oh, yeah, I gotta do my backyard bad.
our preacher lives across the street, and he started mowing last night about 7 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
and it was dark before he quit.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
it was dark, dark.
Mowing out that late?
I'm telling you, you see what we're dealing with here, don't you?
Hey, Kim, what do you think about the picture of my wife I sent you?
I liked her. Now,
That's my favorite picture.
well, how recent? How what she look like now?
Same.
Okay. Well, I replied. I said, "Pretty lady."
Oh yeah, she is definitely that. I don't know what she sees in me, but I'm lucky, I guess.
Well, that's the kind of way I feel about my wife.
The secret spices and sugar. Everything nice.
John. Some secret spices that do it, eh?
It can't be. It can't be what I'm packing. So I don't know, and I don't have any money. So there you go.
That's
So them two's out. I don't know what the heck she's seen in me.
right.
I'm not gonna repeat what my wife's first thought was when she saw me. I ain't gonna tell you what she said.
You already did.
No, I ain't talking about that. Not that part. I'm talking about what she said. What she well, I can't. We're in mixed company.
What do you mean by mix?
Your wife is there, and there's women in the panel on in the chat room.
Okay, there's women in the chat room, but my wife went back to bed. But that's fine. Yes, we do have women in the
She
chat.
said her first thought when she first saw me was, I'm gonna try to say it nicely. She said, "I bet he could eat up some coochie."
We all know what she was looking at you for.
Barnyard Chicken says, "Okay, I can go." Well, no, don't go.
Oh, Grandpa.
That's as bad as it's going to get. Hello, Grandpa.
Hey, Grandpa, how are you?
Yeah, it won't get no worse.
We're all good people here.
Yeah, we're all good people, and none of us are prejudiced.
Mm-mm.
Not one of them.
Well, we can't be on the YouTube.
No.
There's just not any room for it.
That and drama. No room for none of it.
I love people.
Oh, I do too. Without the people, we wouldn't have YouTube or anything else, right?
That's right.
I love everybody but cops. I hate cops.
No, you're well in a good field of people hating them with you, man. Believe me.
Oh, I don't think real police is still in here.
No, he gone.
To me, they're about as useless as a fart in a whirlwind. I hate them.
Well, okay, I'm not going to disagree with you, but they're not all the same.
Let me say that personally, me, I can't speak for everybody else, but for me, I personally have never met a good one, ever.
Well, I live in a small town, and we have a lot of good ones here.
And I've been all over the world. I fought in every skirmish they've ever had, except for Vietnam, because I wasn't too young for that. And I have no use for them whatsoever.
Not a problem.
See, John's getting drunk already. He's hiccuping.
I've even got family members that are in law enforcement, and I have absolutely nothing to do with them. Hey, did I show you what Jerry sent me?
No, let's see. And Jerry who?
Jerry Woodshop and Outdoors.
Okay. I think I know who you're talking about. Okay, is them fire starters?
Yeah, 4 big old fire stills.
You've got some of them on your videos.
Yeah, this is the one I have on my video.
And you just scrape it with
This giant
something
one.
and make sparks?
Yeah, this one.
Okay.
Guess you don't have to worry about matches getting wet that way, do you?
No. And I got another one that's 3/4 inches.
Do they wear down after you use them?
Eventually. But that big one I got, it'll take 10 years or more for it to wear down.
Okay. Now, is it the same clear to the core? What do they make them out of?
Huh?
Are they the same all the way through to the core?
Yeah, they're ferrocerium. Yeah, they're ferrocerium rods.
Okay.
I get them, and I either sell them or trade them.
You know,
a big one like this.
Go ahead.
A big one like this with the handle, I get $75 for.
Oh.
By itself, without the handle, I get 60 for this. It's called the Beast.
I just as soon go in there and turn the switch on the stove.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not into my camping is at the Holiday Inn or Comfort Inn. I'm not into that outdoors unless I can see it from the car.
I hear you, Kim.
I mean, that's just me. I can't walk in the woods. If If the ground's unlevel, my feet, I just can't do it. Now, if you can do it, it's a wonderful vacation, life, whatever.
Right.
When I could walk, I love to walk on trails. I'm not saying I'd walk 400 miles, but you take like uh, a 1 mile trail back into something.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they've got a bunch of them trails down there in the Smoky Mountains.
I'll bet they do. They'd be nice.
Oh yeah.
And I used to love to walk them. I just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I like to go in them. I like to go up in the Smokies or wherever, up in West Virginia or Kentucky or Arkansas. Go up in the mountains and build me a shelter and spend 2 or 3 days out there. That's what I enjoy doing.
There you go.
Well, anyway, Kim, I'm going to let you all go. I'm going to get ready to go up and see Dad at the hospital. And
Okay.
you guys have a great night.
Well, tell your dad, B&J, tell your dad, people from YouTube is praying for him.
I will so. Thank you, Kim.
Yeah, I hope everything works out all right for you, Pop.
Thanks a lot, Alabama.
He's a nice kid.
Yes, he is. We thought maybe you had trouble with him, but
No.
okay, good.
He's just cops.
Well, that guy, he comes in all the time, and he's pretty good. I mean, he don't say anything wrong. So, are you in your garage?
No, I'm in my little shop outside my house, right out under my carport.
Okay. Is it air conditioned?
No.
Right off of your house. Hello, Johnny Smith.
Yeah.
Johnny Smith in the house.
There's my back. There's my back door. Here's my shop.
All right.
I go to my shop without even getting wet because the carport's completely covered from the front of the house to the back.
Yep. I see that. This where I'm at could be a bedroom. We've made this house where it's 2-bedroom now. When I bought it, this was a bedroom.
Uh-huh.
And what they was using for a front man, I can't talk. For what they was using as a living room is now our bedroom. I put a closet in there. So now it's a 2-bedroom house. We got two bedrooms and a living room and kitchen. And the bathroom, of course.
Well, we got 3 bedrooms, and one of them I turned in to an office, which is my wife uses it, and then They have the master. They have a huge dining room and a living room, and the dining room and the kitchen are hooked up together, and then the living room is pretty much one side of the house.
Okay, Johnny, as we talk, that's the person that you see. Johnny Smith wants to know why he's not seeing everyone. So I'll shut up. Now, Alabama, you say something.
Hello.
There you go.
Hello, Johnny. Hello, everybody. YouTube.
Alabama, Johnny Smith is a local produce seller, grower, and seller. He has the finest watermelons and tomatoes that you would ever put in your mouth. I bought a few from him this year.
Well, he would understand a bowl of fried okra then.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he would.
So B&J Hunting's back.
No, he left.
He left.
Oh, so who's that John?
That's the guy on the panel.
Me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. I thought that was B&J. Oh, I love fried okra. I love it.
Johnny Smith said he loved it. Let's see. I
could eat it every day.
think they have it at Ponderosa. I like eating it there.
They have it at the Cracker Barrel. They do it. They cook it up good there.
I'm thinking about taking a candy bar and try deep, make a deep fried candy bar egg roll.
Huh. I don't know how that would work. Okay.
Egg roll wraps. You gotta take an egg roll wrap. It's a video I got from.
Now you got to get the grease real hot so they can fry real quick and not melt the candy bar.
Egg roll wrap. Candy bar. Egg roll. Fried egg roll candy bars. That's what's the name of it.
Me, what I do is I'll take like a Milky Way or a Snickers or Three Musketeers, and I'll boil me a cup of hot water, and I'll stick the candy bar in a cup of boiling water and let it melt, and then that's the best hot chocolate you'll ever drink.
Do the calls.
Fried candy bar egg roll. He passed away, didn't he, John? John? Oh, he got his thing off. I like the whole pod fried hard, just like the pickle ones in the jar. Oh, I think you're talking about okra, Johnny. Oh, oh, I'm glad you're there. I thought
There I am.
there for a minute. I thought I kicked you off. I was trying to find you, and then
No, I have went. I walked to the mailbox to check my mail.
oh, you outrun your internet.
Yeah.
Well, you froze up, and I clicked on you, and then you vanished. I thought, uh-oh. There for a minute, I thought I booted you. Wouldn't do
No.
it for the world.
I know you too nice of a guy.
Now, how do you know that?
Just by listening to all your conversation before you and I ever started talking.
Okay. Well, I try to be.
I mean, I'm sure, you know, like me and everybody else, you know, you got your hang-ups, you got your own little quirks and stuff, but overall, you seem like a nice person.
I try to
I
be.
observed you for a couple of months before we ever started chatting. I observed you for a couple of months.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I don't just shy up to anybody.
I give everybody a chance. You know. If a person comes on here and they're on chat and they're reasonable, I'll give them a chance to be on the panel. Barnyard Chicken, would you like to come up?
Here's a shot of my backyard.
Awesome. Looks like you got some brush back there.
Oh, about 700 acres. It's about 700 acres. My property goes back up into them woods about 30 feet. And beyond that's about 700 acres of woodland. And I've treated that, all of it, like it belongs to me. I've been going in there since I was a kid, hunting and trapping and fishing and camping and, well, you know, whatever I wanted to back there. Even when I was a kid, I would go back there and watch the submarine races with girls, you know, back when I was younger.
I'm not going to ask you about that.
Submarine races? You ain't never heard of that? Oldest fella you are, you ain't never heard of going up to the lookout point and watching the submarine races?
No, sir.
Well, you go up there at Lookout Point to watch the submarine races, but you never get to see any because you're too busy making out. So that's what they call watching the submarine races.
Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking you was going for.
Yeah, my dad taught me that. He had my curfew. He said, if you're not at home, he said, by midnight, he said, by midnight, you better be in bed somewhere.
Well, that's a pretty good rule.
He didn't specify where I had to be in bed, just be in bed by midnight. And generally I was. Especially when I was overseas.
Well, he didn't have much control then, did he?
No, he never had any control anyway, even then, when I was younger. You know what straightened me out? You know what saved me? Going in the military. That's what straightened me out. That's what saved my life.
Johnny, would you like to come up?
He had to reboot. So I am back. I had to finish making tea.
I think every boy and girl in America that upon graduating high school should automatically be made to enlist in any branch of the military for at least one hitch. Male or female. I don't care who they are.
That's what they're saying. They're having females enlisted at the age once they turn 18, they'll be sent an email by the selective services to have them sign up once they reach the age of 18. You know that they haven't had a draft since 1972.
Yeah, but they should. Every young person should be required to go into the military for at least one hitch. One hitch, that's all.
Okay, Johnny.
And that one hitch. Hey, y'all hold on.
Okay.
I already signed up with the selected services.
Yeah, matter of fact, he told me
Right.
got all the cat food.
I signed up when I was 18 myself. But
Okay.
I'm not disputing him, but I'm glad I didn't go. Because I wouldn't have made it.
This morning before he left, and I'm gonna pick him again.
Well, I got my card for the selective services for the draft. So they didn't have a first draft since 1972. That's why I read from the selective services website.
Let's see. Let me see.
Johnny said he's good.
$19.56 plus 18. Well, now, John, you said 72, right?
Yep.
Well, I signed up for the draft in 1974.
They didn't have their first draft since 1972.
Okay, now wait a minute. You're talking about something else. Okay.
Drafting people to the military. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Now, I was born in 1956, and when I was 18, I signed up for the draft.
I didn't sign up for the draft in, I think, 2015. But I got my card, though.
So then, I think in 1975, there was no draft. They may have brought it back, but I'm trying to tell you, in 18, when I was 18, I signed up for the draft, and then by the time I turned up 19, there was no draft. So that would have been in 1975.
See, selective services system frequently ask questions.
It would make people grow up.
And
perfect
people,
1, 2, 3. Hello, how are you?
And people who fail for not registering is a failure. It says failure to register is a violation of the Military Selective Service Act. Conviction for such a violation may result in imprisonment for up to 5 years and or a fine of not more than $250,000.
Okay, but they don't have a draft now, do they?
Trying to find it.
I don't think they do.
The registration was
I think that they did away with the draft. They never did say, Johnny, what happened to the electric. Ours went off too. But like I said, in 1974, I was 18 years old, and I signed up for the draft. But before I turned 19, the draft was over. The only thing I can think of is, Johnny, I turned my coffee pot on and pow, the lights went off. No, that didn't have anything to do with it, but I took the dog out and everybody was standing outside talking about it.
The registration was reinstated by Jimmy Carter on July 2nd, 1980.
Okay. See, I don't know when it came back.
The registration came back in 1980.
Okay. Did you
All right, I'm back.
To Alabama?
Huh?
Did you bring me some too?
No, that was my aunt that lives next door. She's 90, and she walked over and wanted to know if I fed the cats, and I told her, yeah, we got about 13 outside babies. I call them outside babies, cats.
Okay, Johnny, yours did not go off. Ours went off, I don't know what time. I just got up, made the coffee, turned the switch on, and pow, it was going.
Boy, North Carolina's fixing to get ripped a new butthole.
Yes. You need to watch Farm Girl. They've been talking about it. Have you seen her? Alabama?
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, I know who she is, but yeah, I don't talk very much to her.
Oh, I don't talk to her. I just watch her video. Her and Exo Man.
I've been through enough hurricanes.
They're not.
I don't care if I never go.
They're not showing the hurricane. They're just talking about getting out of there. Hello.
Yeah, that's what everybody needs. That's what everybody needs to do. They need to get the hell out of there and run, because that's a Cat 4.
I agree.
It may well be a Cat 5 before it gets there. I don't know.
Well, what she had pulled up on her computer, it was showing as it got closer, it was getting less from a 4 to a 3. But I'm not disputing you. I don't want no part of it.
Well, the closer they go to land, the weaker they become.
Right?
Now if it stalls, all of a sudden if it stops its forward motion and it just stalls out and sits there, it's going to build up strength, you know, and it could be a 4 or 5.
Oh.
And then once it builds up strength, it'll move on.
Okay. I forget when we went to Puerto Rico, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Just about 2 weeks after that hurricane went through there.
Irma.
Probably, John. I don't know the name.
Puerto Rico is about to get another hurricane slam to him, Isaac.
But they had the airport okay, and they furnished a bus ride from there to the ship for free. And we've seen a lot going on. They didn't have any traffic lights, no electric. Concrete buildings was tore up.
They were still recovering after the storm.
It what now?
They were still recovering after the storm.
Right. When we was there, it was like only 2 weeks after. And then we went to, I can't think of, they're all saints, you know, Saint this and that. But the next island we went to had no damage.
Which island was that?
Well, I can't remember.
Is it the same island on Puerto Rico, or was it the Virgin Islands?
Yeah, there's all kinds of I can't think of the name of it. But anyhow, it's where when we went there, Pam had her scooter and this guy had monkeys. And he put a monkey on her shoulder and take a picture of her. But I can't remember what. I'd have to go through my videos to see where it was at. But we went to like 5 islands, counting San Juan. I know that one was called St. Lucia and one was called Barbados. And we went to St. Lucia and it was terrible. I mean, it was just too crowded and stuff. And Pam had a scooter we rented. And the ramp was like that. And she said, I don't want to drive that back up that ramp. I said, okay, I will. So everybody got out of the way. And that guy was standing up the top. He said, he gave me the come on sign. And I shot the juice to her. And when I hit that ramp, that scooter went straight up in the air. My head hit the concrete. Rode around in the water and the muck, you know, because there's traffic. You got the tires. Oh my God. It wasn't pretty. I busted my elbow. Oh. They said, you go to medical. I said, you go to hell. I'm going up to take a shower. Because they see you would be a risk and they could throw you off the ship. So I just went to the room, took my clothes off, took a shower, washed all that crud off, got me a new pair of clothes. Oh my. Now that would have been a video right there, my friend.
Chat went dead.
Do what?
Chat went dead.
The chat went dead. Do I need
Where's
to
the old
reboot
mucker at?
or something? Let me say hi in it. Do you see anything between me and old mucker?
I'm on live chat. I see old mucker.
I see old mucker, me, and then you. Johnny Smith, old mucker, me, and then you.
Are you on top chat?
I'm on live chat. Old mucker said, ahoy. Hello, old mucker. Nobody's talking. They're listening to me.
Yeah, we were thinking that the chat went dead. I was gonna say rest
They
in
just quit
peace.
talking. Hello, barnyard chicken. Rest in peace.
That's how I was talking in, so oh boy. Where did Alabama go?
I think he's talking to his neighbor. Old mucker's listening to me while he works. He must be bored.
Yeah, you listen to somebody, all of a sudden you're gonna start falling asleep.
Let me see if my for some reason sometimes the YouTube panel. No, it's up to date. Yeah, the YouTube chat and what you guys on the panel are seeing, you're behind us. The Google Hangout is in the future. There's a little bit of a delay.
I'm trying to work out, like.
Been staying up too late?
No, I got up early this morning, right around 5:30. I think it's 5:30, 6 o'clock. I got up this morning.
Well, I got up like at 7:30, I think. Went in and made coffee, and the electric went off.
You lost power.
The whole city, clear south of town. Now Johnny said he didn't lose power. He lives south of me by a half hour.
Oh, yesterday I lost power.
All right, all you milk cows, move over. I'm home.
Okay.
Yesterday I lost power. Yesterday I lost power around 1 o'clock. I did get power back to 2 o'clock, 2:10.
John, how old are you? About 12 or 13?
21.
Oh, are you? I thought you was about 12 or 13.
No, 21. Born in 97.
Born when? When?
97.
When were you? Oh my God.
Well, what's so funny about that?
In 97, I was somewhere killing somebody. I don't know where. I'll have to look at my records and find out. I got to see what part of the world I was in 97.
Well, when was you born? In 80?
No, man, I was born in 63.
Okay. I went the wrong way.
You know you're old when you go to online to fill out an application and you hit the drop down window for age and you have to keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling.
Well, I was born in 56.
My wife
was born in 63.
My wife was born in 59, I think. I was in 63.
My dad was born in 63.
Yeah, she's 4 years. Oh, your dad?
Mm-hmm. Born in 63.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's the same age I am then. Well, I remember where I was on September the 11th, that fateful day. I was in Oakland, California. I was asleep in my bed, and I woke up to my neighbor came outside shouting, "America's under attack! America's under attack!" And of course, I woke up with every gun I could find in my hand. I'm running outside because I'm ready. I'm thinking, well, shit, somebody's coming down the street. We're fixing to have Katie bar the door on us right here. And then come to find out, she was talking about the World Trade Center. Yeah, I come running outside with all my guns and a rifle in each hand and one in my underwear and my boxer shorts. I'm standing there and everybody's going and clapping. I'm like, no, we don't need this. We all need to go to New York. New York. I've been to New York. I don't know how many times, and I've never lost anything there, so I have no reason to go back whatsoever. But it's full of nothing but pure assholes. But they didn't deserve that.
Now, one time we flew out of New Jersey to go on a cruise ship. No, we flew into New Jersey. Let me get that said right. We flew to New Jersey. Okay, and then on our way back, we took a tour bus of New York. Okay, now that was okay in that tour bus, but I wouldn't want to drive there or around there. Hello, Terry. How are you?
The only thing I would drive in New York would be an M1 Abrams tank.
Right?
Yeah. Well, that bus driver, he was excellent. Now, I'll tell you what. You couldn't have slid a piece of paper between him and the other drivers. And there was very little cars. They was all taxis and buses.
Yeah.
And the guy that was a tour guide, he was born in Alabama. But he knew his stuff about New York. And it was good. Harry Christ,
Well, most of the
told me before, but where are you at that it's cold? What state?
most of the people from New York were not born there. Most of the people that live in New York were not born there. Just like California. I lived in California for over 20 years, and I bet I can count on two hands the number of people I met that was actually born in California.
Right. Idaho. and it was cold. Yeah, they that Idaho hillbilly, he talks about it being cold up there. But we didn't have no electrics this morning, so we was pretty late getting in the hot tub. I could have gotten the hot tub, but I wouldn't have had no pump, you know. And I didn't have no coffee. That's our tradition. We get us a cup of coffee and go sit in the hot tub first thing in the morning.
I like doing that. I probably shouldn't say this, but I like getting naked and getting in a hot tub with a cup of hot coffee.
Yeah, that's what we do. We got ours all fenced in. Nobody can see us. Not that I would care. They'd only look one time.
There you go.
But I don't want to get arrested either.
Yeah, public nudity.
But yeah,
Well, I got so many bullet holes and surgical scars and so much shrapnel in me that I ain't nothing pretty to look at naked.
well, I'm not either. I don't have no wounds, but I do have a 9-inch cut on my hip where I had my hip replaced.
Somebody just dinged. That must have been John.
Yes, Carrie, it is good for the bones. Right after I had my hip replaced, Pam bought us this hot tub. I told her, I said, well, if you get the hot tub, I'll put a deck to put it on. There's so what? How are you this fine, outstanding day?
Sensorinos.
John, take a bunch of them chips out and set them on the desk so you won't be messing with that bag.
Hello, Chris. Hey, we're getting a lot of folks in here. Good deal.
Hey, you know what? I bet you John, I've never met him, but he looks to me like he's the type of kid that when he was growing up, you remember the old show? I know you probably do, Kim. Leave It to Beaver.
I remember that show, but I don't know how you can link John to it.
John reminds me of Beaver. He looks like he's like real mischievous, like a Dennis the Menace, you know, like always getting into something going on.
Yeah, that could be.
I mean that. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean it's in a comical way.
People have seen I look like Adam Sandler.
John is a gamer. He likes to play games, and he
More than a gamer. I just don't do more than that.
You do what now?
Oh, I'm a gamer.
I do more than. I'm more than a gamer.
Yes, you are. Yes, that's just one thing. Yes, you are.
I'm a gamer.
I'd like to be a gamer, but I ain't smart enough. I used to.
You ain't got to be smart.
Army, and now they got it to where I can't get it on there. I can't get on there.
I've got one that I've been playing since it came out, and I've got some of the top stats in not just in the country, in the world. My handle is Bone Cutter, and I played. It's a first-person shooter games, and it's Tom Clancy's.
Rainbow
shit!
Siege.
Now shoot, I mean, huh?
Rainbow Siege.
Yeah, Rainbow Six. Yeah, Raven Shield. And I've been playing that since it came out. It's a first-person shooter game, and I belong to a clan that's called the Death Nailer Clan, and I go by Bone Cutter. and everybody always wants to get online with me and play with me. And I've never used any cheat codes or hacks or nothing like that. But man, I've been playing that game probably 15, 20 years.
They're a lot of fun.
Oh, I've got a chair. I've got John will know what I'm talking about. I got a gaming chair that's Bluetooth. It's got speakers on both sides. Got joysticks on both sides. I've got the
USB ports.
USB ports on, yeah, and I've got the feet thing for the feet for if I'm doing a plane. You know, I've got every surround sound. I go in my room and I cut out all the lights, and I got it up on my big screen. I sit there and I'll game for shit. I've done it for 24 hours. You know, just have a marathon.
I saw one at Target like about $90, maybe 90, $100.
So, how much money do you have wrapped up in that outfit? How many thousand?
Who, me?
Yeah.
That chair. I think my wife. She bought it for me as a gift. Because I certainly wouldn't have paid for it. But I think she paid about $3,000 for it. I think.
There you go. I was thinking thousand.
And the chair vibrates, and it vibrates when you get shot or you get killed. It vibrates, you know, and I mean it does all kinds of stuff. It does everything but pick your nose and wipe your butt. I also play John. I also see if you remember this one. I play EA Games puts it out. Battlefield Vietnam. You remember that?
I don't play Battlefield. I play Call of Duty.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm a PC gamer. I'm not I don't do Xbox or nothing like that. I'm a PC gamer.
That America's Army that I used to play, it was on the PC. But there was 3 of us that played, and now the clans took it over. You know, people own them. They call them, what do they call them? Each one of the things are called a different platform, or what am I trying to say, John?
Oh, you're talking about the one that's released from Windows?
Well, okay, like America's Army, they got different.
America's Army is a game technology platform used to develop first-person shooter video games published in 2002 by the U.S. Army.
They got different screens. I know that ain't the word.
Windows, Linux, Mac OS X dropped. I think it's on PlayStation 4.
But you would use your arrows, and you know you would click on J to jump and R to run and C to crawl.
And
You know, I used to know pretty much how to do it, and I got my sniper on it. Now I don't have nothing.
Since it's still available for Windows, it's just Linux and Mac. It's not eligible for to run the game. See, the engine was made in Unreal Engine 3.
Well, the problem of it is when you go on one of the sites and you go in the room, they don't know who you are. They boot you.
What you need to do with your computer is go into my computer and go to click on the compatibility tab, and you can change your compatibility settings with that game to see if it'll fit your platform that your computer is running off of. Because you might have to change the compatibility settings to be able to play it.
Okay. I understand what you're saying there, but if they don't know you, they'll boot you.
Oh, you just go to another server.
That's the word that I was trying to figure out. Server.
Yeah, you just find another server and go to it, and you just type in "I'm a noob," NEW, or you can look up. You can look up on that board, and they'll have a listing, and they'll have like rooms for servers for noobs, any WBS noobs, or beginners or whatever. And you just go in there, and then you start building up a reputation. And once people find out who you are, you'll start getting invites.
Okay.
The game is financed by the U.S. government.
Right.
Because the game is
And that
developed on an Unreal Engine. And it's free download.
It's probably got some kind of spy software in it, that the government can use to spy on you with.
Probably.
Guess who the developer of that game is? The U.S. Army.
Right.
Yeah, go figure.
That's the name of it. U.S. Army. Okay, I'll be right back. I go get a drink.
Go get some shine. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt if they had some kind of hidden software in there or something, where they can go in and spy on you.
They first created America's Army concept was conceived in 1999. That's when the Unreal Engine was announced. That was created. See, Windows version 1.0 subtitled Recon was first released on July 4, 2002. The America's Army series has been also expanded to include versions for Xbox, Xbox 360, arcade, and mobile. I'll be paranoid.
Yeah, I worked for the government for over 20 years. Nothing surprises me at what they will or won't do, or what they're capable of. Have a sip, John.
Oh, good.
Oh, this is real men stuff here that I got. This is called coffee. You probably never heard of that before.
The only thing I'll be drinking is cappuccino.
No, you got to stop that, man. That's a woman's drink. You just drink black coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
See, that's part of what's wrong with the world today is nobody slows down enough to percolate or boil a pot of coffee no more. Everybody wants to go everywhere else or buy this instant crap. What? This damn down here slapping me on. Stop it. Come here. I still boil my coffee. I do it the old-fashioned way. I got an old-fashioned percolator where I boil it. And this ain't a regular coffee cup. This is the one. This was made over in. This cup was made over in Finland. You ever dated a black girl, John?
Yeah, once and
Huh?
once.
You know, before I met my wife and married her, I hated black people. I couldn't stand them. I hated the very ground they walked on. Look, you see that?
Yeah.
That's how bad I hated them. And now I'm married to a black woman. You ever find you a good woman, man? It don't matter if she's black, white, yellow, blue, green. I prefer black now. But if you ever find a good one, go ahead and get married. You'll know the second you meet her, you will know right off if that's the one you're going to marry or not. You'll know. And it ain't going to take you a long time to figure it out, because if you have to hesitate, it ain't right. When I met my wife, I knew immediately, before I even introduced myself to her, I knew she was going to be my wife from that moment on. And that was 24 years ago. We've been together ever since. Or find you a good Filipino woman.
I used to date one too.
They'll pay you to marry them. You can get up to $10,000 to marry a good Filipino woman and bring her over, because that's all she wants is long enough for you to marry her and bring her over here, and then you get divorced and go your own way. I wish I could see chat.
Old Mucker says I run my own servers for my business.
What are they talking about in there?
Old Mucker says I run my own servers for my business. And Terry is drinking a cup of coffee. He also said I never got into gaming. I never had enough time. Always busy.
Well, I never got into gaming until I was in the service. I was getting ready to I was on deployment, and we were getting ready to ship out, and was playing a game, and he asked me if I wanted to. They had to run to the bathroom, and I told him, I said, in for you. And I've been playing it ever since. I mean, I was hooked right away. I like Battlefield Vietnam because you can drive tanks, you can fly jets, you can sneak up behind people and cut their throats with a dagger. You can hit them with napalm, hit them with grenades. You can set booby traps for them, all kinds of stuff.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Kim.
Welcome back.
Kim,
To
where
take
did
my dog out.
Where did you get that name, Kim? Explain that to me.
Well, I guess my mom and dad was on drugs. I don't know. I asked my mom, I said, why did you name me Kim? Well, that's a pretty name. Was you on drugs? I've had it for 61 years.
Well, that's kind of reminds me of that song, A Boy Named Sue.
Yeah, I understand. But there's a lot of men named Kim.
You're the first one I've ever met, and I'm 55 years old.
Well, I knew four people in the lumber line of work that was named Kim. There was a salesman. He sold Marvin windows, and his name was Kim. And there was a guy in Vincennes that worked at a warehouse over there that we picked up lumber. His name was Kim. So there's three of us. I had a stepson. His name was Stacy. And he had a friend named Dana. And there's a guy in Maine. He goes by Tommy Trailers. He's a welder. He's a real good guy. But his name is Dana.
Yeah, that there's always in a crowd of people. Say you got a name like that. There's always that one guy in a crowd of people that'll pick fun and make fun of your name and stuff like that. Pick on you.
You won't let me in.
Guess I'm him. I'm that guy.
Well, you can pick all you want to. Have you seen my shoulders? They're broad. I can take it.
I started to say, well, hello, Kimberly. When I came in, I said, nah, I ain't gonna do that. He probably heard that a million times.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. No, I don't like it, Alabama, but what can I do about it?
Well, for starters, you could change it.
Why would I want to change it? I worked
just the first name, not the last name.
Well, I understand, but the first name, everybody knows Kim. I worked with the public for over 40 years. Everybody knows Kim. In my area, if anybody mentions Kim Fyffe, oh yeah, I know him. Why would I want to ever change it? See, Terry Christ said my sister's boyfriend, his name is Kim. I don't mind it. I mean, and I'll tell somebody my name and they'll say, Tim? No, Kim. Jim? No, Kim.
Tim?
Oh, Ken? No, Kim. And I tell them, Kim, like a girl. It's Kim, K-I-M, like a girl.
I thought you spelled it K-Y-M, but then I looked at it, I said, no, it's K-I-M.
Yep. Yep.
So ain't nobody in here, nobody in here is into bushcraft, huh? I'm the only one.
Yeah, but everybody's got their own thing. Yeah. And then my middle name is worse than that.
Boy.
You want to guess what my middle name is, Alabama?
Oh, boy.
What, Denise?
No, not that bad. Allen.
Allen.
Allen. Kim Allen Fyffe.
I'd rather call you Allen.
Yep, but nobody called me Allen.
You know what my middle name is?
Well, what is your first name?
Sweet Bone.
Okay, now what is your first name?
Sweet Bone. S-W-E-E-T-B-O-N-E. Sweet Bone.
Sweet Bone. Like a bone?
Yeah. Yeah, B-O-N-E, sweet bone, like a sweet bone.
Well, heck, that's worse than Kim.
That's not my name. That's just what the women call me, sweet bone.
Okay, so what is your first name?
My first name is Keith.
Keith. Okay. Well, that's what our dog's name is Keith, and he's the twin. His brother name is Kevin. Keith and Kevin. Seriously.
Well, if you ask my wife, my first name is Honey.
Yeah. Well, for years when I was growing up, I thought my first name was Damn It. Because they was always
You're
saying,
like me when I was growing up.
Huh?
My dad
What?
I always thought my name was some bitch. Because that's what my dad always called me, was come here, some bitch. Or one day he was out golfing, and he was golfing with a colonel, in the army, and colonel walked. I was caddying for my daddy, and I walked up there, and the colonel introduced himself, and he said, "What's your name?" And I stuck my chest out like my daddy taught me to, and I stood at attention. I looked up at him, and I said, "Some bitch." And my daddy slapped the fire out of me. He beat me all over that golf course.
The hell of it is, you can't make that shit up. You can't make that up.
He beat me from hole. He beat me for 8 holes at least.
You can't make that up.
No,
Well,
and the colonel just laughed. The colonel just laughed. He just laughed, and I've never seen a upper rank act out like that. And he just laughed. He said, he told my dad, he said, "Louis," he said, "I know a kid ain't lying because he couldn't make that up."
right. Hello, Kathy. How are you?
There's Kathy.
Alone.
Oh my God. My head.
That was
Who's
fun.
that? Kathy Miller?
Mm-hmm.
So, Coping
Coping
Alone.
alone.
Her first name's Kathy.
Oh my God.
So, what do you want me to continue to call you, Alabama?
I don't care as long as it ain't too late for dinner.
Well, I want to do your wishes. I'll call you Alabama.
Well, most people just call me Bama.
Bama?
Yeah.
David, how have you been? I've been good, David.
Don't call me what my daddy used to call me.
Well, not if it's what you just told us. No.
That's what he called me. That is the honest to God truth.
Oh yeah, you can't make
And
that.
that really happened. I promise you.
Jesus.
Well, Kathy, I'm glad to see you. That you're up.
That's not Kathy Miller, is it?
No, I don't know her last name. Coping Alone. Look at your chat.
Oh, okay.
Coping Alone.
I can't look at my chat. I can't see chat. I'm on my phone.
Okay. Well, this is Coping Alone, and her real name is Kathy, and she has videos on her snakes. They're beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Well, snakes are good for shooting. That's what they're good for.
Oh, don't be telling her that. Not her snakes. They're beautiful.
Have you ever seen an African gaboon viper?
No. Are you asking me?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
I know this is really old. I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago. Because they said the African gaboon viper was on loose. All it takes is and you're dead
Oh,
because of its venomous poison.
well,
Well, they've got a there's a. Have you ever seen an Alaskan snow snake?
okay.
They're
This
the deadliest snake in the world. It's called an African snow snake.
and they are beautiful. Look at her videos.
It's called an Alaskan snow snake. They're the deadliest snake in the world. You ever seen one, John?
Nope.
If you ever do, run, because they'll crawl up your butt and freeze you to death. Don't tell me he's Googling Alaskan snow snake.
No, gaboon viper.
I figured
An Alaskan snow snake. Alaskan snow snake will crawl inside of your butt and freeze you to death.
Wow, water moccasin. Now we do have them around here.
And we do too.
Oh, we've got them. I kill at least 5 or 6 a week down here. You know them woods where I just showed you? Snakes are good for 2 things. They're good for eating. Well, first of all, they're good for killing, and then they're good for eating.
But not all snakes.
Me personally, I want to be clear. Every snake I see, I kill. I don't care how big, how small. I don't care what kind it is. Every snake I see, I kill.
Okay. Them
If I can see it, if I can see it, I'll kill it. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I understand, Coping. I've been trying to tell him. The kind of snakes you have is a whole different ballgame. Now, personally, myself, there's a fly or something in here. Personally, myself, I don't want to touch them. Okay. But if you have them in a cage, I love watching them. They're very interesting. But I don't want to hold them.
If you look at the African gaboon viper, they're only located in some eastern western parts of Africa, and they have the deadliest venom. If you go near one and they come at you, like their 2 fangs and go on you, you're dead. You're dead within seconds.
Yeah, we all like old Mucker. I'm glad you come by, old Mucker. And I'm tickled to death that you came by, Kathy.
And
But now the snakes that Alabama is talking about, them are different.
I don't even like spiders. I kill spiders. There's one type of spider.
We bought some spider traps and put down in the basement.
There's one type of spider
lately, but no, I don't like spiders either.
There's one type of spider that requires a firearm that you have to kill with it with a firearm.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I heard that there's one type of spider species that in order to kill that specific spider species, you have to kill it with a firearm.
My God, what kind of spider is it?
I don't know. I gotta look it up. I've seen a picture. It says there was a picture. It says one is like a big old spider. It says you gotta kill it with a firearm.
Now, here we have what they call a brown lacrosse.
Lacrosse.
That too. Yeah.
And we got black widows.
Them are bad. I don't know if they'll kill you, but they will leave. I mean, they'll, like, if you get bit on the thumb by that, you're gonna lose your thumb if you don't do something quick.
See it.
There you go, Kathy. That's exactly right. Now, I've never seen a snake here in town. I'm not saying that there is not. I just said I have not seen a snake in my yard. But here in town, a snake would have a hard time getting here, I think. I know. The snakes that you have, Kathy, are beautiful. Now, I don't know if we have had any brown recluse here in our basement. When the bug man was here the other day, of course, all he looked for was termites. They'll spray for crickets and stuff like that, but that's another program. I put these sticky traps out for the camel crickets. I had a total of 4. I put out 2, and I threw away 1. Or I threw away the first batch. Now I got 2 more, and they're getting filled up. I'm gonna have to buy some more. Okay, Terry Christ. Have a great day cooking. Yes, they work, Kathy, for the camel crickets. I just bought some spider traps. They're metal, probably aluminum, but they're sticky on both sides. And they crawl up in there, and they say after one side gets full, you just turn it over. Now, I've heard of milk snakes. Hello, Amber. We're going to have a big fall festival starting tomorrow, John.
Huh?
Our fall festival is going to start here tomorrow.
The Sunday, our city's gonna have a taco run.
Taco?
Taco run, 5K run.
Okay.
And tomorrow, I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow.
Well, Amber, myself, I wouldn't have one. But now I watch Kathy's videos. I've watched some of hers. I don't have a problem with that. But I don't like touching.
Okay.
All right. Back in the corner, same game.
I'm back.
Back in the corner, same game.
I had to go take my aunt for some fried okra.
Cool.
Well, I found a spider that is even worse than a black widow that can kill a human in minutes. It is the Australian funnel web spider.
Cool.
Spiders are good for the same thing snakes are, killing.
I don't even like spiders.
Alabama, you see my rubber band ball?
I'm looking at that. I was trying to figure out what that was. I was like, I know he ain't got his ball hanging up there.
That's just rubber bands from the newspaper.
That's a lot of collecting right there. That's several years worth.
Well, my sister gives me hers too. Yep, Kathy, it's getting bigger. Say rubber band ball. But
You know what this is?
Say something so it'll go to the big screen. It's an inner tube.
You know what this is?
An inner
Yeah,
tube.
it's an inner tube. Yeah, that's what I make rubber bands or Ranger bands with. They make great rubber bands. And you can make them as thick as you need to.
Yeah. That newspaper boy, he'll take that paper, and take that rubber band and go around it a couple of times. Well, there ain't no sense throwing it away. So I started making my rubber band ball. And my sister, she gets a paper every day too, and she keeps them for me. She'll bring me a whole big handful of them.
I need a Ziploc bag for that. When my dad gets home from work, he brings me like a whole packet, like a package of these gloves home from work for me. So whenever I go to work, I can use these.
What are they, gloves?
Yeah, they're gloves. They're Valio brand. They got the Velcro.
Is that the kind of glove you... Oh, I was going to say, I thought that was the kind you use to check your prostate with. JoJo's not old enough. JoJo's not old enough to know what a prostate is yet.
Well, what bothers me is if that doc lays both hands on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Then you got problems.
Oh, trust me, trust me, I'll be violated by a doctor.
I had a doctor do a manual decompaction on me one time, and I'm telling you what, if I had a gun on me at the time, I would have shot that doctor.
Now, I'm afraid to ask, but you've already said it. What is that? Damn fly.
What?
whatever you called it,
What is what?
de-
A,
decompression.
a manual decompaction?
Oh, you're plugged up?
Yes, where the doctor sticks their hand up your ass and digs the doo-doo out.
Oh my God.
Kim, get your
Well,
electric
it don't stick
water.
Well, I need
it
one.
don't use his whole hand, but it felt like it. I told him, I said, if I had a gun, I'd shoot you right now.
There's Fat Boy.
Hello, fat boy. Well, had you been taking pain pills? I keep missing that fly. I'm not going
Yeah,
nuts.
I was in I was in the medical unit. I'd been on Demerol and I mean not Demerol, Dilaudid and morphine for about 2 months, and I was completely stopped up. I hadn't had a BM in about a month.
That's what did it. Hello, Amber. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Amber.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Alabama.
when I finally got when I finally had that BM, I'm telling you, I immediately got up and started dancing. I felt so much better. I said, send me back to the front line. Let me go. I'm ready right now. He said, you ain't even dressed. I said, I don't care. I feel that good. The best part of that was when he quit.
Well, yeah.
Hey, you know what? I painted a portrait of our former, not our former, your former president, Obama. Kim,
Yes. I voted for him. Go ahead.
I painted a portrait of him yesterday morning.
Okay.
When I had a bowel movement and I wiped my behind, that was a portrait of the president.
Well, I'm sorry that you're not educated enough to know what good he did for the country.
He did Kim. He did he left us in almost a $30 trillion deficit.
No,
He did no good for us whatsoever.
Okay, I don't want to argue with you, but you got it backwards. That's what this one's going to do. He ain't done nothing.
Yeah, he hasn't done
This one
squad.
This one has not even been in office a year yet, and he's already done more. This country has never been in better shape financially than we have ever been since 1776. We've never been better off financially.
Okay. We better not go any further on this conversation.
The unemployment rate is at its lowest in history.
There's Kathy Miller.
Kathy Miller's in there.
Hey, Miss Kathy, how are you, Miss Kathy? I love you, Miss Kathy. I like Kathy Miller. She got a set of cojones. Boy, she ain't nothing. She ain't no joke.
You wouldn't look at her comment though.
What'd she say?
She said, "Go Trump, go."
What'd
Trump.
she say?
Go Trump, go Trump.
Oh yeah, yeah, right on.
But who won the popular votes?
Hillary Clinton.
It doesn't matter who won the. It doesn't matter who won the popular vote.
I know, because
who won the electoral vote?
Showed it.
Who won the electoral vote? As a matter of fact, while we're on the subject, me personally, from my perspective, I feel like, now this is just me, I may be wrong, and if I am, that's okay, but I feel like they should completely do away with the electoral process, period.
Yeah.
And let it be just like it's supposed to be. Every voter counts.
Exactly.
Because our votes, all they do right now is give the Electoral College a direction to shoot for. Our votes don't put him in the White House. It's the electoral votes that put him in the White House.
Exactly.
They just need to get rid of that.
Yeah, but I've never been in battle with a female, but there's one woman that I would get in a foxhole with and fight, and that's Kathy Miller.
There you go. Okay.
Because she got a set of cojones, buddy.
Now, there's two things that you really can't talk about on YouTube, and that's religion and politics, because nobody's going to agree.
Well, we're all adults, and and we're educated. So you're an adult, Kim. I'm an adult, and we're both educated. And John, he's working on being an adult, and he's pretty smart, I guess. But see, when you have two mature people sitting down like yourself and myself, we can have a political conversation and still walk away friends.
Well, yeah.
Just because you voted Democrat doesn't make me like you any less,
right?
Or have any less respect for you just because you're a chosen Democrat. Now, if you were smart, you would vote Republican, but
no, because I'm a poor man. I am a poor man, and I learned a long time ago, if I want to eat, I'm gonna vote Democrat. Now that's just
let me break down for you the difference between Democrat and Republican. Now here's the only difference between Democrats and Republicans. It's very simple. Even John can understand this. The Democrats believe that everybody should get a piece of the pie. The Republicans believe that everybody that works and contributes should get a slice of the pie. That's the only difference. And the good book will even teach you that if you don't work, guess what? You don't eat.
Right.
So the difference between Democrats and Republicans is the Democrats think that everybody gets some, regardless of whether you contribute or work or what. You deserve a piece of pie. The Republicans, on the other hand, believe that only those who contribute or work and pay into the system, should get a slice of the pie.
Okay. Now, let me tell you one thing. Now, use an open mind with this, and let me tell you about Obama, okay? The boss that I work for, he didn't want to furnish insurance, okay? That is one thing that Obama did. He made it the deadbeat employers furnish insurance. That's one thing. He did many things, but that's one thing that he done. And when I quit working, we all had insurance. Now, we didn't have family insurance, but we had workers' insurance. That's just one thing.
All right, I'm gonna get off of here. I gotta go eat dinner.
Okay.
All right, see you later, John.
See y'all.
But see, the thing of it is, the thing about you,
I've worked all my life.
Is we both voted, so our opinion counts, whether it's right or wrong. We have our opinion, and it counts.
I could not afford Obamacare. Obamacare was as useless as the tits on a boar hog.
Right. But
Obamacare was for rich people.
At least we had something. Because before that,
Only
we had nothing.
you only had it if you could afford it.
Right.
In many countries around the world, health insurance and medical care is free, and they flourish. Their countries flourish.
Right. Let's see. Trump no, he didn't get nothing. We still got the same thing. Did he fix health care? No. And he's been in there 2 years. He hadn't fixed nothing. Right? Do you have insurance now?
Of course I do.
Okay. Is it because of Trump? No.
I've always had insurance.
Okay. But it's not because of Trump.
I know I've had insurance because I got shot up and served our country for over 20 years. So I deserve insurance.
You deserve it. Yes. Thank you for your service, Alabama. I had insurance through our company, and now I have insurance through the government from my wife's company. So no, I don't have Obama. And would I have been able to afford it? No.
We just got a 2% or was it 20 increase in Social Security. It's kind of funny that at the same time we got that increase, that raise on Social Security, insurance went up the same percentage. So we didn't get nothing.
Right. Well, the government was going to get a 2% cost of living in the government's pay, and Trump voted that down. Because my wife gets a pension and I get disability, and we was going to get a 2% raise, and he voted it down.
Well, I've got Social Security. I got disability.
I do too. And we was going to get a 2% cost of living. But Trump said no. He voted that out.
Well, what part of the world do you live in?
Do what?
What part of the world do you live in?
Illinois.
Okay, well, God will forgive you, but everybody just got a 2% raise. Everybody on Social Security.
When?
Well, was it 3 months ago?
No.
I had to look at my paperwork. Yeah, no, seriously, I'm telling you, I'm serious. My wife keeps all that stuff. But here's the thing. The decisions that they make in D.C., politically speaking, they don't directly affect little people like you and me.
No.
even though we're the ones that built this country, you know, and us and the immigrants and former slaves. But for the most part, the decisions that they make don't affect us anyway. So, you know, I probably shouldn't even, matter of fact, I doubt I'll even vote it anymore. Because I am so disgusted with the state of emergency that this country is in that I doubt I'll vote anymore. I put in my time, I did my service, I paid my dues. All I want to be is left alone. That's it.
Got you.
You know, that's how I feel. That's my basic philosophy in life. Is I pay my dues, I just want to be left alone. That's all. You know, I don't bother nobody.
No. No, and Alabama, I'm not talking against you. I don't want to argue
Oh, I
with
know it.
I'm just saying I voted. I have my opinion. You voted, you have your opinion. If you don't vote, you don't have an opinion. That's the way I look at it.
Exactly right. Whether you're right, whichever way you vote, I could care less. Just vote.
That's exactly
because
right.
if you don't, and you sit there and complain, you know, about, let's say, Prop XYZ, and you just read the first paragraph of Prop XYZ, and you've never. The reason they make those propositions this thick is so you won't sit there and read all the way through it and read at the end what it's Prop XYZ is really all about. But if you sit there and tell me that, you know, and you're complaining about Prop XYZ, well, did you vote? No. Well, then you need to shut the hell up.
There you go. Bye, Kathy Miller.
Bye, Kathy. See you later, homegirl. Tell dog I said hello. Hey, I'll be right back.
Okay. So, Amber, how are you getting along? I think Kathy, Hoping Alone, has already left. Or, old Mucker, are you still within earshot?
Feeding the critters. Be right back.
Okay. Well, we got 6 viewers on here. Old Mucker might be one. Okay, old mucker. Feed Jake. Don't forget to feed Jake. He's a good dog. Anybody else on here to talk? We got 6 viewers. Finite World. Hello. .303. I'm doing good, Finite. I've looked at the weather map. Where are you at, Finite? Aren't you in Canada? I'm in Illinois myself. I'll type that in here. Oh, you're in Michigan. Okay. Well, you got enough land in between you, you won't get hit. Well, we got that rain coming up through the south. We got a little taste of not having any power this morning. Our whole town got knocked out of electricity today. And our electric company don't know what caused it. So they said. I went to make coffee. I had the coffee, had the water in there, turned it on, pushed it back underneath the cabinet. Pow! The lights went out. So it was an hour and a half later before I got coffee this morning.
Really?
Really. I got electric stove, electric coffee pots. Everything's electric,
See, if you'd have been a survivalist or a bushcrafter like me, you'd have had a stove right here you could have boiled your coffee on.
Right. But that don't happen. I mean, I've been here since '89, and we very seldom ever lose electric.
As long as I ever been without electricity was about 2.5 months.
Oh, wow. Was that when
That's when Katrina came through?
Where you live now?
Hurricane Katrina?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
Hurricane Katrina.
Where you're living now?
Yeah.
2 months. What did you do for your frozen
Two
food?
and a half.
What did you do with your
Oh,
frozen?
we didn't have a problem. We had no problem whatsoever. I had a generator. As soon as the power went out, I waited till it was safe to go outside. I went right out and fired it up, and I had a generator hooked up to my house, so it run everything: lights, air conditioner, freezer, refrigerator, everything. So I never lost nothing.
Well, that's good.
Only thing I had to worry about was gas. I had to fight for gas sometimes. But I had a buddy who owned a gas station, and he would always call me and a few others after he would close down. He'd call us early in the morning and let us come out there and get our gas before he opened up, so we wouldn't have to stand in line or fight them lines.
That's good. Yep, that's good.
So now what I do is I keep at least one 55-gallon drum full of gas all the time, year round.
How often do you?
I just now, every time we got a storm headed this way, I'll go out. I usually keep two. I have 110 gallons of fuel, but just recently I went and filled up another 55-gallon drum. So now I've got 110 gallons of fuel, and the only thing I can do with it is siphon it out of there and put it in my truck because I don't need it.
Well, when I was a kid, of course, Dad farmed, and we had an overhead tank. An old farm tank. And we would get
Yeah.
the gas truck to haul it to us. And we had an overhead tank where it would gravity fill into tractors, cars, whatever we wanted to put it in.
Yeah.
What is dry gas?
I would assume propane or something.
Okay, Finite World says you need to add a little dry gas to the barrels. I don't know what that is.
Oh, he's talking about I know what he's talking about. He's talking about now that's only if it's sitting in if it's in a gas tank going to an engine, but just as far as storing fuel, you don't have to add any additives to it. He's talking about what you call it to get rid of the
water.
Water, yeah, and keep the Stay-Bill. Stay-Bill. That's what I'm trying to think of the name of. They call it Stay-Bill.
Okay.
You pour that. You.
Okay, you can't see chat, can you?
No.
Okay, let me read what he's saying. Dry gas is an alcohol-based additive used in automobiles to prevent any water in the fuel from freezing or to restore combustion power to gasoline spoiled by water. Condensation. Okay, that's what he's saying. But I agree with you. If you're storing it, if you're not storing it in a gas tank, then you shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, you don't. And where I've got mine stored in, the drums that I've got them stored in are completely weatherproof and waterproof, and plus they're in a shed. So there's, like if you were storing gas for your boat motor and it's hooked up to your outboard motor, on your trailer, and you got a 80-gallon tank full of fuel and it's stored up for the winter, then yeah, you would add Stay-Bil to it. Which that's what he's talking about. But down here, it's an additive called Stay-Bil. Then of course you add that, but just to store it, somewhere in a 55-gallon drum, you don't need all that, especially if they're waterproof and weatherproof. And you keep it serves two purposes. It gets rid of the water that may collect, and it also keeps the gas remaining in the engine. It keeps it from gelling up and clogging up your ports for your fuel ports and your fuel lines.
Okay. Yep.
But yeah, no, he is right about that. He is right about that. And what I do to avoid that is I just empty, like my chainsaws and my outboard motors and stuff, is I just empty all the gas out of them, and I run the gas out of my outboard until, I shut the gas off until the engine just stops for lack of fuel. And then I'll add a can of that Stay-Bil into the gas tank and suck it up, crank the motor so it'll suck it up in there, and I let that sit the whole season. That way it keeps it from what he's talking about, from condensation buildup, moisture, and it keeps the fuel from gelling.
That Stay-Bil or whatever, I've never used that for my lawnmower and weed eaters. I've never used it. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I just said I never did.
Yeah, just try it one time. Like when you store your lawnmower for the winter or whatever. You could just empty all the gas out of it and run it till it, cuts out. But yeah, just try running some Stay-Bil through it, and just try it out one year.
Okay.
It's a play on the word stable, but they called it Stay-Bil.
If you keep a full tank,
How many people in?
He said if you keep a full tank of gas in your car, you won't need it. Well, the thing that people don't realize, you got a metal gas tank in your car or your truck. And when you go to a filling station, that gas is stored in the ground. It's cold. And you put that in your tank, and then it warms up, and it'll make your gas tank sweat. And I don't know if it would make a difference if you get a half a tank or a full tank. You'll still have a sweating issue. So you really should put something in your gas tank every once in a while to get rid of that water that settles in the bottom of your tank, because it'll rust out your tank. I don't know if they have they went to a fiberglass tank anymore, or are they still metal? Alabama?
Some of your aftermarket tanks are plastic, or like a heavy gauge plastic, like for for they call them fuel cells for racing engines. You know, that only hold like 3 or 5 gallons or whatever. But yeah, for the most part, they still use stainless steel.
Now, not too long ago, I went and bought two cans or bottles of heat, and I put one in my gas tank and one in the wife's gas tank. It's supposed to go to the water or mix it where it'll burn and get it out of your tank. And I think you should.
Well, what I do,
even in the summertime.
oh yeah, once a year, sometimes twice, is I run a fuel injector cleaner. You know, I let my car get almost on empty, and I pour a can of fuel injector cleaner in there, and then I'll fill it up with gas, and I'll take it out on the highway and run the dog crap out of it, you know, and clean it out real good. But I use that expensive gas because in my SUV, because I got a Dodge Durango SRT. It's a high performance engine, and I can't use cheap gas.
Okay. I use the 87 octane in mine. I got a PT Cruiser, and that's what it says to use.
But I also in all of my cars, I run Valvoline synthetic racing oil 20W50. I recommend that for, I don't care whether it's new or used. 20W50 synthetic racing oil in any vehicle. I don't care what it calls for. 20W50 synthetic racing oil. And it's about $8 a quart. But you'll never go wrong using it.
Well, probably not. How often do you?
And what it does is the viscosity in that synthetic oil, it keeps it, it doesn't break down as quick, you know, as conventional oil. And it cleans and gets rid of all the carbon to build up inside your engines, you know, around your valves and your valve guides and what have you, and your jets and your carburetor and your fuel ports and stuff. It keeps all that stuff clean. And then it helps your engine run cooler. And then when your engine runs cooler, you get better performance. And when you get better performance, you get what? Better gas mileage.
Okay, does it turn black?
The synthetic oil?
Yes. Does it turn black?
I've changed my oil. I've never had it turn like dirty black, like what you're talking about. No.
So it's not cleaning your engine. If that oil don't turn black, it's not cleaning your engine.
You didn't hear what I said. I said,
okay, but the schooling
I said it's not like
the schooling that I've had.
Like
if the oil
it changes,
black, it's not cleaning your engine.
It changes color. It doesn't go the same, come out the same color it went in, if that's what you're asking. But as far as it being like burnt, soot, dirty, nasty, black, no. I mean, yeah, of course it gets a darker color, but it don't get like terrible black. And the reason why is because my engines are in good shape.
Right.
I take care of them.
Right. Well, I change mine every 3,000. Or I try to. And they say that synthetic oil, you can go 7,000 or 8,000 miles. But I change mine every 3,000. And I always change your filter. I don't know why you would not change your filter, but they claim with synthetic, you don't have to change your filter.
Not changing your filters like that, and not changing your underwear.
Right.
That don't make no sense.
Right.
You know, I change my oil every 2. I change my oil every 2 months in both my vehicles.
Okay.
It
Now
doesn't matter if every 300 miles or 3,000. Every 2 months, every other month, my oil gets changed.
well, that's a good practice. But I got one of them. I put the thing on the windshield, and I mark it 3,000 miles. I look at whatever the mileage is. I add 3,000 to it. That's what I put on the windshield. When it gets there, within 100 miles or so, it depends on what I'm doing. I mean, if it's a pouring down rain, I'm not going to change oil. You know.
Now my car is a year old, but my wife's cars are brand new. I drive, mine is a Dodge Durango SRT 2017, and my wife's is a 2000.
Hello, Maria. Maria, give me hugs. Hello. Okay, I'm not disputing your oil, but I've always used Pennzoil.
Pennzoil, there's nothing really wrong with Pennzoil but the thing about Pennzoil is if you use Pennzoil, you can't ever change to another oil. Or you shouldn't anyway.
Okay.
And if you ever run synthetic oil, you should never, ever, under any circumstances, go back to conventional oil.
Well, I agree with you there. Now, the cars that I've got, I don't know what they were broke in with, but they claim whatever you break a motor in with, you should stay with it. So I agree with you.
Well, if you buy a new car, they come with what they call a break-in oil.
Yeah.
And that's to be changed after you get so many miles on your car.
I bought a motorcycle when I bought it brand new when I just graduated from high school. It was a 75 model Honda. And my dad was on the truck and he come home and he said, what are you running this? I mean, how many RPMs? And I told him, I said, well, they told me to keep it under so many RPMs. He said, if you want it to run, he said, you break it in like you want to ride it. So I did, and I never did have any trouble with the motor. I'd redline it every once in a while. I'd keep it under the red line, but I'd come right up to it.
Yeah, and you should. My car, or my SUV rather, I'll put it on the highway and I hit 160, 170, no time and hold it there. My wife's car, the same thing. And I never have any problems out of it.
Hello, JT.
I'm thinking about trading my SRT in on a Dodge Demon.
Well, old Mucker in the UK, they do things different. He said they don't come out with breakout break-in oil in the UK. They used to in the 60s. And old Mucker says, I have not changed my oil for 2 years. Well, that's your motor. Hey,
Yep, you're right. That's his motor.
I was always taught that the life of a motor is changing that oil. It's the cheapest thing you can do. And I'm not telling you not or to do it, but I change mine every 3,000. That's what I shoot for.
Well, they've got.
Sometimes I might go over.
They've got that.
Go ahead, Alabama.
They've got oil now that is good for a lifetime, they claim.
Okay. Do you not want to change yours for a lifetime?
You would be better off asking me, would I rather not shower for the rest of my life? Well, I got to go walk my dog, man. I think
they talk about a Greyhound bus. They never change the oil on them. They just add if they need it. It's cheaper to just replace the motor if it burns up. Of course, it's a diesel motor. As to do maintenance on them. They just run them. If they need oil, they add.
Hey, I'm gonna sign off, man. I gotta go walk my dog before it gets dark.
Okay, Alabama. I think I'm going to also. So hang on, and we'll say bye together. We'll hold hands and take off. Everybody have a good evening.
Kumbaya.
And
you too. Take care.
Alabama, come back, okay? Goodbye, everybody.
Will do. Take care, brother.
Goodbye, everybody. Old Mucker, goodbye. Goodbye, JT. Bye-bye.